Central Hispanic community that came here. It was people from Asia. I know there were cases of people, having threesomes with a bunch of minors from Thailand getting deported. And my main question on that is, I think it's wrong to deport people who want to come here to cause harm, who are criminals in their old country that refuse to come through the system legally and put in the hard work that it takes to learn about us, learn about our country, learn about our history, learn about our laws and how everything works here, our political system. They go through that hard couple-year process, not exactly sure on how many years it takes, but they go through that hard process, and it takes a long time because, the government likes to take their sweet time on things, versus just coming here undocumented, and now we don't know who's in our country, who wants to cause us harm, who wants to cause our children harm, as well as our families, anybody around us. It would be one thing if we were walking down the street and somebody came here and they were documented, the government knows who they are, but if we don't know who these people are, do you necessarily feel safe walking around knowing that, hey, these people are here, and they could be rapists, they could be thieves, they could be criminals, gang members, drug dealers, cartel members, mob.
I'm going to ask you to pause because, again, you're just like grandstanding right now. Because I don't know, you're grandstanding right now, and you're also just telling a lot of infactual information, right? So, and also Tammy for the 20 on the Blue app. I do appreciate that as well. So, no, sir, we don't know how many people came in undocumented or unknown, because they are, in fact, an unknown variable. They are illegal. They came through a non-port of entry and were not seen nor encountered by the Customs and Border Protection, right? They weren't seen by the Mexican government either, because they've also have always had 15,000 soldiers on the Mexican government side under the Biden administration, right? So when it comes to all of this stuff, no, based off of statistics and data, because that's what I like to see, is that any individual that is an immigrant, regardless of their documentation status, but more so for someone that is undocumented, is, guess what? The least likely person in this country to commit a crime. If you don't mind, this is statistics, okay? They're the least likely person to commit a crime. Do you happen to be of a pasty complexion?
I'm black.
You're black. Okay. I may have missed you saying that if you said that. Okay. Well, I'm going to put this out there. Any white man that's listening to the stream, let me be clear. You are 60% more likely to commit a crime in this country than any immigrants. So that doesn't include you, caller. I just want to be very clear that white men in particular are more likely to commit a crime of any sort in this country, specifically violent crime, than any undocumented immigrant or any immigrant, regardless of their documentation status. We actually have statistics and data that you can find from the Department of Justice, you can find from CDC, you can find from FBI resources and statistics and data. All of this stuff is documented. And even if you pull up CBP and you look at the number of convictions that somebody had in regards to what particular crime, it's significantly less than any white man in this entire fucking country. So again, statistics and data, even that provided by the United States government, which by the way, I listed you 3 different ones, right? 3 different government body and agencies that, 4 actually, that provide these statistics. That a white man is more likely to commit a crime on any individual in this country than any immigrant, regardless of their documentation status. They're more likely to commit a crime than anyone else.
The statistics are going to be a little bit higher when
it's per capita.
The majority of our population is
per capita. What is per capita?
It's per city, but
no, that's not per capita. Per capita, for example, would be me saying 3 out of every 1,000 people did XYZ. That is per capita. It is broken down based off of the number of individuals. Per capita is the basis that we have to base it off of, because that actually breaks it down to the statistical data that we need to prove this. This isn't a population size versus population size. It is per capita. So let's just say for every 3 crimes out of 1,000 that an undocumented, out of 1,000 crimes, right? Every 3 crimes out of 1,000 are committed by an undocumented immigrant. Then we're going to see that 697, and yeah, I'm just making up this particular number right now. 697 of those 1,000 crimes were committed by a white man. Does that make sense? That's how per capita works. It's based out of every 1,000 crimes. Again, per capita is the basis. If you don't understand per capita, I'm not going to continue to have a statistical conversation with you.
Well, I was also going to say that, the predominant population of America is going to be white people, as well as not all undocumented immigrants are Hispanic. They are going to be of white variety. Did I say Hispanic at any point in time? No, I did not. I specifically said undocumented or any immigrant, regardless of legal status, because they keep track of this when somebody is arrested for these crimes. So were you saying that all white men that are documented are going to commit more crimes than any minority race that would commit any crimes, whether they're undocumented or not documented? Is that what you're saying? Because I would like to point out that
compared to immigrants,
all the immigrants, that it's going to be white people, but
that commit more crimes.
Right. So
no, I'm more scared walking down the street of my fellow white man than I am of anybody else.
Well, I'm
because you wanted to bring up him. Or do I not feel safe walking down the streets? No, not with white men existing. I'm being facetious, guys. I'm being facetious on that one.
I would also like to point out that not all white men are bad. Just because of the color of their skin doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be a bad person.
Dude, I'm fucking pasty.
Of
course I know this. Hello, I come from a pasty ass family.
Right, and my dad's side, because my biological father is not in the picture, so I'm black, but the rest of my family is white. And I would also like to point out that I did grow up in a predominantly minority neighborhood. I grew up in the hood when I was living with my mother, and I saw more minorities committing more crimes than white people. On top of that, I would like to say that it wouldn't.
Your anecdotal evidence isn't supported by statistics or data, sir. Again, per capita, YT people commit more crimes in this country.
Well, there's
period.
Also more
per capita.
Crimes than there is going to be white.
Why are you bending over backwards for a white man?
What do you mean I'm bending over backwards for a white man?
I'm just curious.
I don't bend over backwards for anybody. In fact,
You're doing everything to not only dude, you're the one that basically said that you saw more crimes being committed by people of your own skin tone, and then said, but you saw less of white people. Again, anecdotal evidence that's not supported by statistics or data. Dan, you know what? Just for you, Dan, I totally will. I'm just being very clear, sir. I don't know why you don't like immigrants, because they pay into the system. Again, immigrants are far less likely. Immigrants are far less likely to commit any crimes in the United States because they're going to be caught and then they lose their legal status if they commit a crime. That's how that works. Donald Trump is not just deporting illegal immigrants. He's literally revoking status of legal migrants in order to deport them and pad his immigration numbers. Bro.
Right.
Goodbye. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How old are you?
35.
All right. Did you vote for Trump?
This third time around, yes, I did. First 2 times, no.
Okay. Do you still support him?
Oh, yeah. I am not tired of winning.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. I have to say a couple of thank yous. Thank you, Dan, for the 20 on the Blue app. Said you should do pay to kick because fuck this stupid POS. This one won't be saved because he lacks the intelligence to engage on any level that isn't in his fee-fees. And yes, Tara also said that I needed to stop him from spreading misinformation, and everything he said has been patently false. Again, he doesn't understand per capita, doesn't believe statistics or data. Someone else that only believes their own eyes. It doesn't make sense to me. All right. What is the main reason that you still support Trump?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
Start
I'd
with
probably say
one.
the biggest one is, yeah, biggest one is probably just that he's a big orange middle finger to kind of like the establishment that we've been under previously from Obama's first and second term. And then he tried to, do something with his first term, ran into a lot of resistance. There was a lot of lies spread about him, Russian collusion, things like that have been proven that they were not true. And then when Biden came back in, it was basically, Obama's third term, tried to undo everything, all the, few things he was actually able to accomplish his first time around. The world pretty much fell to, crap. And basically, I was kind of a libertarian up until the 2020, Floyd protests and everything. I saw that video.
Sure.
I thought it was terrible. I was heartbroken. I was like, how could something like this happen? And then I saw more footage come out of the body cam footage of him being like, I can't breathe while sitting in the back seat of the car and nobody on him or anything. And then I saw all of those lies kind of get covered up. And then I saw the entire, cities burn. I lived in Seattle. I heard gunshots from my house from the autonomous zone. And people were like, you can't go out and protest against COVID because you might get sick. Oh, but if you go out and protest for Black Lives Matter, that's fine. That's actually public health. It's a public health emergency that you go out and protest for the causes that we want. And so during that, I got a lot more into politics, started listening to the right, to the left. People on the right started making sense. People on the left, I was like, are you blind? Are you not looking at the exact same footage that we're both looking at? So, I support Trump because he's not that. They tried to get him with convictions on paperwork that he misfiled. It wasn't even really a felony, but they made it a felony because of, legal loopholes.
It's not a legal loophole for one. Let's point this out. So you're completely familiar with New York Penal Code 175.10. You're 1000% read up on it. You know how many times it's been applied. You know exactly everything about it, right?
Well, no, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal expert, but one thing I do know
Oh,
is that the judge in the case,
got you. So you don't realize that the 175.10 defines falsifying business records in the first degree as a Class E felony and occurs when a person commits falsifying business records in the second degree with the intent to defraud and within further intent to commit another crime or to aid or conceal the commission of another crime. And they had multiple evidence. The jury of his peers had 3 different cases that they could look at, right? So, for example, one of them was if you had a regulation to open your ears and listen, I was actually in the middle of speaking and getting to it.
All right, listening.
Okay. So, for example, one of them was his charges that were pending against him in Georgia. The other one were for the fake elector scheme in Georgia. The other one was his pending indictment with the Jack Smith trial that was, going back and forth. And the third one, I do tend to forget that one. But either way, the jury all found him 100% guilty of all 34 counts because he signed 11 of the checks himself, right? Which is why he was a felon even before then, because that's based off of the jury, and then he wasn't sentenced until January, right? And he's lost every single appeal because an appeal doesn't even relook at the data or the case. An appeal just says that you have to find that there was an error within the proceedings on either side, and then it could be retried. But since he's lost every single appeal so far, it upholds the fact that he was rightfully convicted under New York Penal Law 175.10, and that all 12 jurors found, in fact, that he did it in furtherance of another crime.
All right, now let me ask you a question.
Oh, I think the FEC case was the other one that was pending against him.
Do you think that in New York, there's never been somebody who was persecuted, got hit with like upgraded crimes that either were kind of technically sort of true in one way or another, but got the book thrown at them, and like justice was not served because the system was out to get them. Would you say that sometimes the court system is out to get a person and will go to extreme measures to punish that person more severely?
Sure, let's throw out every single conviction ever in history within the United States, give everybody a posthumous pass, homulus pass, and also make sure that we retry every single individual within the justice system that has ever been convicted of a crime for their entire thing, because all of them are false. Every single person was wrongly convicted by your narrative. They all had the justice system turned against them just because of them. So yes, we should overturn every single conviction ever in existence within the United States, unload all of our prison population, and retry every single one of them.
I never said that. All I said was they were out to get Trump. So with his case specifically,
if the Justice Department or the justice system is in fact corrupt, then no, we have to extend that to everybody. It can't just be about Donald Trump. That's not how logic works. So in that case, we have to extend it to every single conviction that's ever been in existence within the United States and need to look at them all from fresh.
All right, and that sounds great in theory, but it doesn't work in practice, which is something that liberals often do.
I'm not a liberal.
Okay, how would you classify yourself?
As a non-party affiliated. I don't like either party. I think they all suck.
Okay. Well, I apologize for presuming.
Yeah, thanks for the bingo dob for anybody that's playing bingo from the server.
Let's see. So, well, okay, in this most recent election, the pretty much choice was between Trump and Kamala Harris, who Kamala didn't win.
Just
the
say
primary.
Harris.
She was okay. Oh, did I pronounce it? Okay, Harris.
No, it's just if you're going to use his last name, just use her last name. It's easier.
Okay. So who did you vote for then? Did you vote for Harris, or did you not vote? Did you vote for someone else?
No, I voted for Harris, but this is about why you support Trump, not who won the election or why you voted for him. This is specifically why you still support him actively 8 months into his presidency.
Okay. Well, the point I was kind of going towards is in that election, it was an either-or choice, and Trump was the better choice than Harris. And nothing in the past 8 months has made me rethink that. I mean, obviously, he said that he would end the Ukraine-Russia war in like a day. Big surprise. Trump likes to boast. He likes to talk a big game. That's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with that. But he has
it's inappropriate for a president.
I mean, I already said one of the reasons I support him is because he's a big orange middle finger to the system.
No, he's not. He's literally become the system. He's actively taking bribes. So, for example, like Mel Gibson donated to, I think, the Kennedy Center, and then therefore he had his Department of Justice let him have his gun rights back in his state, right? Mel Gibson, right? He took the Qatari plane, which is going to leave with him at the end of the day. It's going to cost us millions of dollars to take it all apart and then put it all back together. It's not going to be ready before he's even... before his last year of presidency. It's going to take forever. Again, millions of dollars to have to take this gift apart. He's literally taking open bribes. Like, who was it? Yeah, the CEO of Apple was in his office on national television and handed him a 24-karat gold bar. And then all of a sudden, Donald Trump announces that the tech tariffs that are, being placed on all of these different countries now are excluding Apple. He's taking upfront bribes in front of media. He has become the establishment. He has like a whole little fake award from Apple sitting on his desk with a gold plate. He has become the establishment. He got a somewhat kind of blackmail from Maxwell, right? And then arranged a meeting where she could say whatever she wanted, do it under limited immunity, and now she's been moved to a prison that doesn't allow sex traffickers in their prison, which required a special exception from the Department of Justice again. So he's allowing himself to be blackmailed by a convicted sexual predator. He's being bribed by companies and by other countries to do their bidding. He's literally become the establishment. He held an entire press conference talking about his CEO friends, like I think it was Charles Schwab, talking about how much money they made off the stock market when it crashed in April after his tariff threat and then went back up. He has become the establishment. He is for everybody making money. And Chris, that doesn't negate the fact that I'm talking specifically about this. I agree, the Democratic Party is fucked. That's why I don't like them, right? They've all taken bribes at some point. But you can't tell me that Donald Trump is somehow above the establishment and giving them all a middle finger, per this caller, to the establishment while actively participating in being the establishment by taking open bribes on national television with his billionaire friends, allowing Apple to skirt the tariffs because they gave him this little award, fake award with a gold, 24 karat gold on national television. He is the establishment.
I mean, he's the president now, so if it depends on how you describe the establishment, but I mean, he's doing he's making deals.
In it for himself. Which one of these examples is good for anybody? Like, let's be clear. He had an entire press conference talking to CEOs of companies with them saying how much money they made off of him crashing the stock market because of the tariff threat that he had at the beginning of April. Liberation Day, for everybody that remembers that, right? Liberation Day has a press conference with the CEO of Apple giving him an award that had 24 karat gold plate. And then announces right during that the tech tariff that's on all of these countries is going to exclude Apple because he got a bribe.
Do you like
that is
do you
the
like
establishment.
The tariffs, or do you hate the tariffs?
Tariffs are detrimental. We saw that with the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act in the 1930s.
So then why is it bad if he's giving a large company exclusions from the tariff? If you hate the tariff and he's taking the tariff away from a company, why is that a bad thing? Are you just mad because he's tariffing everyone else?
I already said this. Because it involves a bribe. The President of the United States should not be able to be bribed by anybody, sir. They should be engaging in diplomacy, not bribery. If you are okay with bribery, then I suggest that you never vote again.
Well, again, and you did acknowledge this, that the Democrats aren't any saints either. And
yeah,
so
and you know what I support? You know what I support instead of... Yeah, and here's I'll give you an example of what I support. And I encourage every single person that's in here and watching me right now, I encourage you, every single one of you, to call your senators in Congress and tell them to vote yes on the Honest Act that was introduced by a Republican, Josh Hawley, right? That is about not allowing any person, any elected official in Congress to buy or sell or trade stocks in the stock market once they are elected. That's the first step of getting money out of politics. Oh, but wait a second. Donald Trump doesn't support this bill, even though it won't even affect him. right? They had to add a little clause in there that said it wasn't going to affect the sitting president of the United States, that it was only going to affect people upon their next election. Yeah, the Honest Act. It keeps them from every single person that is elected into office. So your Congress people, the President of the United States, the Vice President of the United States will no longer be able to buy, sell, or trade stocks or Bitcoin on the open market with their insider knowledge that they get. So yeah, sir. See, the difference is I watched that, and I watched all of the Republican men in the Senate say that this was a bad idea and that they couldn't support it, and they voted no against it, against Josh Hawley. But I saw every Democrat on that committee get up and vote yes, which is why it's going to go to the Senate floor. And again, I encourage every single person watching this stream to call your senator in Congress and tell them to support the Honest Act to get the first step of getting money out of fucking politics. But your president of the United States doesn't support it. So yeah, there's a reason I can't support it, because again, at least they're fucking doing something right now to get money out of politics, or letting people become more rich from their insider trader knowledge that you guys all accuse the Democrats of participating in, for getting in that fucking Rick Scott basically admitting to doing it on the congressional floor when he spoke out against it. Yeah, welcome to the establishment, sir. Good job. Thank you, Throck, for the 2. I appreciate it. I know I'm crying so much, okay, Doobie? Yeah, I'm so upset. Thanks for calling me the stream. Are you there?
What?
Thank you, Moose. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
That was a question mark. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? That was it. Oh, you haven't gotten a life yet, dude? Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there? Thanks, Dot.
Yeah, I'm here.
How old are you?
29.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Greatest president of my lifetime.
All right. Do you still support him?
Obviously. We can take a look at the immigration stuff if you want, because I want to call you on the stuff that you lied about earlier.
What about immigration do you support?
I support, the fact that our boarding crossings are at an all-time low.
I don't know how much this is, but thank you. I think that's probably about like support Prabowo for my Indonesian country, please. Thank you for the 20,000 IDR.
I guess we're talking on a different stream. But yeah, he's deporting illegals that cost taxpayers.
It's not a lot, but
hey,
thanks, man. I appreciate it. So that was $1.23. I'm rich. I'm kidding, guys, but thank you.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. But he's deporting, illegals that cost taxpayers billions of dollars, $182 billion annually.
Oh yeah? Where'd you get that number from?
From the FAIR, FAIR.
Oh yeah, that's rated. That's rated highly unfactual.
I don't know where you're getting that from. It's used by the State Department.
Yeah, they shouldn't use it. Media bias check.
So maybe you should tell the State Department that. They've been using it since before Trump's presidency, so I don't know why it's intentional to said now.
Oh, that's
Actually,
not the one I want.
these numbers were recorded during Biden's presidency.
Oh, there it is. Federation for American Immigration Reform FAIR. Let's pull this
gross
up.
Cost, $182 billion annually.
Here we go. Okay.
Go ahead.
So, media bias check, right? Federation for American Immigration Reform FAIR. Bias and credibility. Extreme far right. Factual reporting low. The person that started, right? I'm not done. It's okay.
Let's do a different one.
It's okay. So anyways, the person that
What
started
about the
it,
House Committee on Homeland Security?
were they
What about that one?
where they're quoting FAIR over 40 times? Yeah, I already researched into that. Again, they're quoting them
No,
for
they're
all of
not.
their
No,
numbers.
this isn't from FAIR.
John
No, this is from
Tanton, John Tanton, by the way.
Homeland.house.gov.
Yeah, if you look,
Homelandhouse.gov.
if you, hey buddy, I have news for you. If you look at the resources and what they cited, they cite FAIR and CIS, Center for Immigration Studies, which were both started
So
by
that's your
John
argument?
Tanton, where they cited them for all of their immigration numbers and all of their infactual numbers that you're quoting right now. Cited them over
Okay,
40 times
I got another
because
one.
the last
I got
like
another
20 pages are all
another one,
citations. But what I'm going to point out is the person who started these companies, right? Or
about
these
the tax
centers.
advisor?
I'm not done.
.com.
I'm literally in the middle of talking. Thank you. Awesome.
tell me when you're done,
So
Joe.
John Stanton is the person who also went out on national media and has been interviewed before he died and whatnot to tell everybody that he only
you're
supports
monologuing.
European immigration,
Good.
which means he's literally a white supremacist. He even admits to it at a certain point that he is a white
my
nationalist
God.
and only
Where'd you get that
agrees
information
with
from? Give me a source
European
for that, then.
immigration.
Give me a source for that.
So what you're telling me is that you are using
a source
somebody
for that.
as a credible
You're making a
resource
claim.
to speak out negatively about specifically
Give me a
immigration,
claim.
right?
source.
That is known to be, again,
Give me a source for your claim.
extreme far-right bias, extreme
for your
far-right
claim.
bias, low factuality rating. They're considered to be a questionable source. We rate FAIR
used by the
questionable based
government.
on extreme right-wing bias as it relates to immigration, promotion
by
of
the
propaganda
government.
and
See, this is called
conspiracies, as well as
is called
having
hope.
connection to documented hate
This is
groups.
called
But
hope.
that's
You're
the
getting
person you want to
see, I
cite.
wonder
Got
what the
it.
comments are saying. It's
You
called
want to
hope.
cite
Give me a
somebody
source
that
for your-
has
Give me a source
having
for your claim.
connections to
Give me a source for that
documented.
claim.
It's on
I
my
have a source.
screen.
Source? Trust you, bro? Source?
It's been on the screen the whole time.
I can't see the stream while I'm talking. I don't want to.
Get a better phone.
Or you can just tell me a source.
Literally, it's on the screen. Watch the playback. I literally also already said where I was going from it.
Used by the government.
Yeah.
Something that's used by the government. You're making some. Okay, I can still prove it. I have another source. So I have 3 sources. You want another one? What about AmericanImmigrationCouncil.org? I think I have another one. Hold on.
Parkers, are you in the other stream because somebody is spamming?
If you want to, go ahead. I just told you one right there. There's another source. Well, you can call that one far right, white supremacist too, something like that.
You said it was who?
AmericanImmigrationCouncil.org. There's one right there.
Oh yeah, they also are already rated that way. Immigration Council Media bias.
Dude,
Again, yeah, I've already looked this stuff up before.
I don't know how to cut through delusion because, like, at that point you're like. saying,
So
oh,
what
it's
exactly
the
did they
government.
say?
The government
What
used it.
exactly
The
did?
government.
What exactly
During Biden's,
is?
wait, are you
Okay.
saying Biden's presidency was white supremacist then? 'Cause they used that.
So here's how this works. Okay. So. All right, let's try this again. What exactly are they quoted of having said in that congressional budget hearing committee? What are they quoted of having said? Like, what is their statistics that they said? No, I'm asking specifically, what did the American Immigration Council say in that committee budget report that they put out? Oh, so you're just going to cite them and then also just not even know what they said? So you're just going to read the fact that they're listed as a source on that committee hearing, but you're not going to actually acknowledge what they said? So you're not actually going to read anything on what they said? No, you just aren't reading it, anything what they said. No, I'm asking you, what did they say within Are you okay? Yeah. What are they quoting? What did they say in that budget committee that you claim to have read? What did they say? No, specifically, what did the American Immigration Council said, and what page can I find it on the budget committee? Yeah. So I get it. You're just not going to answer the question. No, you're just not answering the question. I already asked you multiple times and you're incapable of answering the question. You're not giving me an answer. Nope, you're still not telling me where to find that and specifically when they said that. You're not giving any details. Yeah, if you're going to cite a claim, then yes, most definitely. But you're not answering. Paid $24 billion into Social Security in 2024. That's from the Penn Wharton model. Sure. Because, see, unlike you, I actually have stuff up. I work. Why do people not realize? Like, do people think that people just don't work? Like, I actually work. Gotcha. You're just crying now. It's cool. I understand. It's all right, buddy. Get it out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Yep. Get it all out. Yep. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Get it all out. It's okay. I understand. Get it all out, man. It's okay. Get it all out, buddy. Get it all out. I understand. It's okay. Get it all out. Get it all out. All of it. Yep. Let it all get out there. Yep. Get it all out. I know. It hurts. You still don't have a source for that either. Yeah? I bet you don't know what the difference is between an encounter or a crossing, and I guarantee you haven't looked at what the definitions are. Any of that. Go look at the definition. Like, actually go look at their definitions. Go look at their definitions. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'm aware that you're not able to look at it. It's okay. I understand. You're not able to look at anything. I understand. It's okay. Yeah, get it all out. It's okay. Oh no, buddy, it's okay. We know. It's very depressing. I know. It's okay. It really sucks when your vote just proves you wrong, that you don't understand it, and I understand. It's okay. So here's what we've got up here, right? The source specifically for, guess what? Immigrants. So at the beginning of 2022, there were an estimated 11 million unauthorized immigrants in the United States, a value that has likely increased more recently. Most unauthorized immigrants entered the United States without inspection or overstayed temporary visas. Penn Wharton budget model estimates that unauthorized workers pay $24 billion in Social Security taxes in 2024, even though they were not eligible to receive benefits unless they eventually obtain legal resident status at the time of entitlement. I already read it to you. I already gave it to you. Were you not listening this entire time? So this is actually the website from the Penn Wharton budget model. So there isn't a page number,
Okay.
but it's about
Well, how
one,
far do I scroll
two,
down? How far do I
three,
scroll down?
four,
Quarter of the way, half the
five,
way, three-fourths of the
five
way?
paragraphs in is about where it's at. So that'll help you out. It's 5 paragraphs onto the page.
Wait, I thought they were white supremacists.
The Penn Wharton budget model?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard they were white supremacists.
Hmm.
I don't have a source for it just like you didn't, but, you know, I just heard that, so I'll just negate it. See how it makes no sense when you just negate stuff because you're like, oh, they're white supremacists, even though I don't have a source or anything for it to back up anything I'm saying.
It's okay, buddy. Keep crying.
I'm not crying. I'm saying go on some points. Let's talk about something. You're just
Oh, well, see, Robbie Wilson in the chat, Social Security is not tax-free. I would like for you to tell me what page out of the 330 pages of H.R. 1, aka the One Big Beautiful Bill, Social Security tax is listed. I'll give you a hint. It's not. Social Security tax is not in H.R. 1. It's nowhere in there at all. Social Security is still getting taxed, Robbie. 330 pages. It's not in there anywhere.
I'll look it up right now. Look it up right now. I'm pretty sure it's up to a certain.
Let's see.
And also, Trump created $1,000.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to somebody that was a January 6er, the Elias, but thanks.
For newborn babies. Newborn babies get $1,000 tax exempt.
I actually take this stuff as a compliment because this means I made it. Thank you.
This is why women should.
Let me make sure everybody can see it.
Okay, so threshold. Single filers up to 50% of benefits taxable if combined income is $25,000 to $34,000 up to 85% taxable above $34,000. Married filing jointly.
Just pointing it out.
Combined low income.
No, I didn't.
So speaking deduction, new deduction WB provides $600 deductible per person. So yeah, person married couples were taxed
That got it. That makes sense. For those that didn't hear it, I just want to point out that he said, we now know the reason why he actually didn't vote for Kamala Harris is because this is why women shouldn't be in politics. So we actually know the real reason why he voted for Donald Trump and why he still supports Trump is because he doesn't believe women should be doing anything. I'm sure he probably disagrees with the 19th Amendment as well and probably thinks that the 19th Amendment should be overturned and women shouldn't be allowed to vote because he literally said women shouldn't be involved in politics. So therefore we shouldn't be allowed to vote. Isn't that just like an interesting take? It's kind of par for the course that they always end up going to the absolute misogyny that is said. It's okay, man. This is all recorded. It's okay. But really quickly on TikTok, I'm gonna help you guys out on both things. All right, guys, just a friendly reminder on YouTube, if you become a member or you send a super chat, it's more than likely going to make him crash out even more and just be even more upset. And also it goes up right up on the screen for me to address and read it out loud. Same thing with you guys over on Twitch. Like, this just does help me continue to do this 6 days a week. But it's okay. I understand that he's just very... I'm aware, David. It's okay. He's just very upset and all up in his feelings. So, it does happen. But if you guys want to help me out on TikTok as well and hit that subscribe button, send a big gift for me to react to, hit up the links in my bio, I think it would probably end up making him mad. Even more. Like, I know he's already said that women should not be involved in politics, so it's very interesting. It's also very telling. We now know why he couldn't vote for anyone but Donald Trump. Also, did he actually say something about, like, is he the one, or was it like 2 callers ago where they said that they only voted for Donald Trump in this election but didn't vote for him in 2016? Because if that's true, I can't believe it. Like, we already know that that's a lie. He already said that women should not be involved in politics.
I think he's been amazing. I didn't like him the first 2 years of his first presidency, but
well, thanks for the sub over on
Like I said,
YouTube. I can't say it with
on me 'cause you
TikTok
can't
on,
comprehend
right?
what I'm saying.
Yes, I know, Helen.
Words
It's
from
what
me.
I
You
do.
can't
Like, I
comprehend
have
what
to
I'm saying.
because TikTok is a very upset and jealous application.
Also, notice how she's not
Oh, no,
talking
I
like other
appreciate that,
callers. You're
Moose.
actually
Thank
pretty
you.
bad.
I
Actually
appreciate that,
really
Moose.
bad.
You're
She's not
good.
talking to me like other callers.
Yes, he is, in fact. Still going on. But let's see. Let's just
Right.
read this out loud just to help him out.
You can hang up. I don't
Let's
care.
see.
It's
Let's
just on you that you
hit
can
that
contend with what I'm
stuff.
saying, so you're trying to ignore
Back.
me.
Back. Oh, there we go. All right, so
Literally
let's
can't
read
contend with
through this
anything I'm
stuff.
saying.
Okay. So, this guy. Oh. Okay.
Dude, I recorded
Toothless,
this.
that sounds like a threat, but yeah, he actually did say it. It's all recorded on stream. It's all recorded. You guys might not have been able to hear him because I do tend to turn them down when they're going down on their mantram, just to like make sure I can still hear everything, like, or still continue to talk. There's a reason for this. But if someone's going to be disrespectful to me, I'm also not going to really engage with them that well. It's called matching energy. So he wanted to go down misogyny. That's his problem. And he was doing it the entire time. So let's see. December 10th, 1993, John Tanton wrote a letter, right? And it said specifically, I've come to the point of view that European American society and culture to persist requires a European American majority and a clear one at that. I have no doubt that individual minority persons can assimilate to the culture necessary to run an advanced society, but if through mass migration, the culture of the homeland is transplanted from Latin America to California, then my guess is we will see the same degree of success with governmental and social instruments that we've seen in Latin America. January 26, 1996, also in a letter. Do we leave it to individuals to decide that they are intelligent ones who should have more kids and more troublesome? What about the less intelligent who logically should have less? Who is going to break the bad news to the less intelligent individuals, and how will it be implemented? September 18th, 1996, also in a letter. See, John Thatton was actually somebody that believed in eugenics and also somebody that also agreed with white nationalism only. So yeah, that's who you want to support, sir, is somebody that believed in eugenics and white nationalism. And just here you guys go. This is up close and on the screen. Yeah, no, this was here. These are the organization that caller wanted to endorse. He wants to support these individuals that actually say that they support eugenics in the way that you have to have intelligence before you can have kids. Isn't that very interesting? And he sent that to somebody that is also known as an eugenicist, Robert K. Graham. So yeah, these are all the people that you want to quote and that you consider credible, that wrote letters screaming for YT nationalism and eugenics. Got it. I write to encourage keeping track of those on our same side of the issue, but who are nonetheless our competitors for dollars and members. April 20th, 1998. Like, this guy, oh wow, the memos were filled with racist sentiments and warned about a coming Latin onslaught. Whoa, these words are interesting. At the time, bilingualism in public schools and government agencies disavowed any racial motivation. Hispanics who learn English will be able to avail themselves of opportunities. Oh, only if you are able to learn English can you avail yourselves of opportunities. Yikes. Fully exposed on his private papers. I've come to the point of view, let's read this one again. I've come to the point of view that for European American society and culture to persist requires a European American majority and a clever one at that. Yeah, a clear one. Sorry, I didn't mean to say clever. Okay, Toothless.
If you don't want to contend with what I'm saying,
I would like for Toothless to now tell me, since he sent this now twice, right? Thank you for the 2. I would like Toothless to tell me what political office did I run for, because last I checked, I didn't run for any political office, so therefore I haven't lost anything. But this is who he wanted to quote, was somebody that is a clear white nationalist and a eugenicist. That's who you consider to be a leading authority? That's who you consider to be an authority. That's somebody that you look up to.
You just spread
That's who you
misinformation.
want to quote as a reliable source is
You
fair,
spread
who is known as
misinformation.
far-right extremism,
See, look how you don't wanna talk about
eugenicist, and also
it. So
just
what I'm
fucking
saying-
racist. Got
so
it.
you're okay. So you say the Biden administration supports that too? Then
Yeah.
does the Biden administration support that too? Then by your logic.
Oh, also anti-Semitic. Ew, this just gets
your logic?
worse. Every single more that I scroll down on this, the collection of all of his letters that he sent. This
Right.
just keeps
Literally
getting
not
worse.
either.
Wow. The
He's
proliferation of
already-
other races dooms our race, my race, to extinction. Holy
All right, lady,
crap.
Have a good night. You
Whoa.
are actually crazy.
Whoa.
Legitimately. So you think the Biden
Whoa.
administration-
This is who you support. This is who you want to quote.
that you
Gotcha.
support 'em. The
Wow.
Biden administration, you support-
Jesus, this is all who you support. This is who you wanted to quote and consider to be a logical resource. Gotcha.
No, give yourself a pat on the back.
Man,
That's what people
I
are
hope you
about.
look in deep, like deep within your soul, deep within your heart,
You're giving
and
yourself
you
a pat on
find
the
some
back
way to
the whole
overcome not
time.
only
You
your
are-
misogyny, but also to overcome your blatant racism and your support of eugenics. Just saying. That's kind of crazy. That's some crazy talk, people. That you would say this stuff. That you would be okay supporting organizations that were started by this person who ran them up until the point of his unalivement. Yeah. I get it. You guys are just kind of disgusting human beings if you believe this stuff. We know. It's okay. I appreciate that, Ivan. Y'all are so something special. Let's see. I missed a lot on this one. Yes. Great Keys, I think that's your name? Yes. He was. Yes. Thank you for reminding me of that one too, Grey Keys. Can I put this up on the screen? I can't. There it is. I found it. Okay. Yes. I hope to see the difference as well. That's going to be fantastic to see. All right. I'm 5 minutes past my normal time, so we are going to go ahead and wrap this up as well. Let's go ahead and complete the goal over on TikTok real quick. It's just 2. If you guys can, that's great. Yeah, it's always that bad, Winston. I'm sorry. I can't really help that. Giddy up. Thank you, CJ. Somebody help CJ out with sending one. Just one. I don't know what that was, but very interesting. Okay. Thank you, CJ. Okay. So, just a friendly reminder, we are doing on Wednesday only talking to people that either regret their vote for Trump or didn't vote for Trump at all. Like, that's what we're looking for. In order to make sure that you are who you say you are, please be sure to join that Discord server. It is in the link tree in my bio. If you are on Twitch, you can just do !Discord and get the link. You do have to be verified, though, to see everything, so don't try me. Anyways, I do appreciate all of the support, guys, that I did get tonight on all of everything, since there are certain words, again, that I can't say. So I do appreciate you guys so much. I am going to go ahead and... 1 second. All right. Everybody on YouTube and Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow button on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when I go live. Do appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the super chats. And I do appreciate the gifted membership from Paul. That was very nice of you. So y'all have a good night, though, on the red and purple apps. Okay.